All right. Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of All the Rumors Are True. Today we have my very, very good friend and masseuse, Adriana.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for coming on today. It was kind of a random ask of me to have you on here. Before we get to why I asked you to come on today, let's go back to when we first met.
Yeah.
So I suffer with like terrible sinuses. And this girl, Jackie, I went on Facebook, as anyone does, right, to solicit advice or who to go to. But what's funny is I've found a lot of my quote, like go-to guys or women, I've truly found them online.
Yeah.
Not through reviews and me like Google and Yelp and all that. Like I just legitimately, anytime I need somebody trustworthy, I'm like, I go to Facebook. So I went to Facebook. I had such a bad sinus headache and all of that. I was like debilitated, couldn't leave the house. And I went on Facebook.
Yeah.
And used to work at Jackie's.
The Victorian Salon and Spa.
Yes.
Yes.
That was her parents.
Yep.
Okay, so I met Jackie when we were in cosmetology school like many moons ago.
Yeah.
And I posted on Facebook and I'm like, does anyone on my feed know anybody that does house visits? And I had actually never had anybody come to my house to do massages before. And she tagged you. And I remember you messaged me and you were like, well, I don't come to someone's house until I meet them for the first time. And I was like, no, like literally like, cause I was just dying and there was no way that I could drive to like a massage envy or like I was in just debilitating pain.
Yeah.
And I don't know what changed, but you were just like, never mind, I'll come.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Because I had texted Jackie and I was like, okay, this lady's reaching out to me. Do you?
Not the lady.
And she was like, oh no, she's totally cool. I know her. And I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, well, she knows Jackie. So I tend to not take first timers like as a house call.
Okay, well that makes sense because you could be walking the Craigslist killer, and you're massaging him, and then he shoots you.
Yes, or something.
Did you ever see that?
No,
movie?
I didn't actually. No.
Okay, we're gonna side note this. So the Craigslist, well, it's actually a true story, but then of course Lifetime, as it always does its crazy adaptations.
Yes,
it really wasn't embellished at all because then I became fascinated with it all.
Yeah,
he was a resident, so he was already a doctor.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about like medicine, you know, like residents work, I mean, they work crazy hours, they moonlight, all this stuff. He ends up meeting this like very nice girl. They get engaged. He starts soliciting chicks on Craigslist just for like kind of random stuff, like massages, like really massages.
Yeah.
And he gets into like all this debt because he was gambling and was in like a lot of debt from med school.
Yeah.
Well, this poor fiance is sitting at home, like they live together, and she just thought this whole time he's like moonlighting at the ER.
That's crazy.
And he's like at a casino.
Yeah.
Anyway, this masseuse comes and it got worse as time went on. The girls he would solicit, but they were all on Craigslist. But it started with he like punched one, and then it started with he tied up one. Well, then the last one, he was just like crazy out of his mind and dead. They were about to get married, all this stuff, and he shot her and killed her. And they were like in a hotel. She brought in poor girl, like, and they tell like her side of the story too.
Crazy.
So he shoots her and kills her.
Yeah.
And she's like there on the massage with this massage table and all that.
Yeah.
He goes to jail, and being a doctor, he knew like what arteries and so like nobody got justice. But anyway, so I can see why. Yeah, it's called The Craigslist Killer. And actually like, this really hot guy plays him. So you like fall in love with him watching the movie, and then you're like,
oh, but he's actually a psycho.
Shit.
Yeah.
He's like, and he's actually dead because he shot this poor girl. And all she was doing, they wasn't or anything like that. Which I don't know if I can say that. Whoops. But it wasn't, you know, like she was literally going to give him a massage. But so I see why you wouldn't go, especially to like a male's house.
Yes. Yeah.
I would be
I always
very
take
leery.
Referrals. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I used to do it, but now I just take referrals from my other clients. And if they're not really referrals, I don't really do them, or I take them to like my place that I work at.
Your studio, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as you know, my listeners watchers, viewers, whatever, you know, I was in a really bad car accident and my back, neck, you know, it's just never been the same.
Yeah.
And I am a very big believer in stretching and massages.
Yes. I am too.
One very big thing about my car accident that I was not having was taking medication.
Yeah.
I refused. I mean, of course, like when I was in the ICU after, you know, surgery and stuff, like it was like morphine Dilaudid because I was beat up bad.
Yeah.
But I left that hospital and I never took anything but Motrin since then. And I've had surgeries since then due to the car accident, never taken a pain med. I've seen too many cases to where people just get hooked.
Yes.
They just get hooked and it's not on purpose. They're not bad people. They're
No.
not drug seeking. They just get hooked.
Yeah.
So my fixation is massages. So you come to my house very often.
Yes, I do.
And I, you know, and for some people it's a luxury. For me, I have to have it. Like it's not.
And I want to get that. I want to get that across to people that it's not really a luxury. Your body needs it. It's maintenance for mind, body, and soul. Like it's all connected, and you know, like it's not just for birthdays or for anniversaries or just special occasions. It's maintenance for your body. It's like self-care.
It is. And I don't feel like, I feel like just the misconception of massages is like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. Let's go get a couples massage.
Yes,
And I'm like, no, I've already had 2 massages this month. I'm good. Like, I have to, if I go too long without seeing you, I can't do my job. I can't do anything because I'm in such debilitating pain.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And yes, it's a temporary fix. I could be more active I did start Pilates. Honestly, I feel like that's hurt my back more.
Yeah.
I don't know why, you know, of course that's probably me in my mind, but I do need to, I could stretch more. I could get into yoga.
Yeah.
I could do PT more, you know, all those things. But I'm glad that you said that because what you do really is healing.
Yes. Yeah.
It's,
I agree. That's why I do it.
And I love that. And what got you, how long have you?
13 years now.
Wow. Okay. See, I didn't know it was that long.
I got my license in 2012.
Wow. And you've done that just since, right?
Full time.
And I love
time.
it.
Yep.
But you're so good. Everyone that I've referred to you, I mean, no notes.
Yes.
Literally no notes. People are obsessed with you. Just you have the kindest heart. You're the sweetest human being. I've met your mother multiple. I adore your mother.
She's
your mother.
She's amazing.
Love your husband. Like y'all are just good people.
Yeah.
And that does matter.
No,
Because you could be a good masseuse and be an asshole.
It's true. Yeah. And you're like, oh, you know.
Yeah, I feel like, oh God. But I'm not like lying. I've had 2 masseuses in my life, you being one of them, that have really helped me.
Yeah.
On whatever journey I'm going through, what I'm going through. I mean, y'all literally, y'all are therapists, you're healers, and this guy, oh my gosh, I was devastated. He moved back to Louisiana. He was like this older Nigerian man.
Yeah.
He was like from Belize in Nigeria. So I don't know what you call it. But anyway, his father was blind. He was married, had 3 kids, and he took care of like all of them.
Oh, wow.
And oh my gosh, I mean, I would go in, he worked at Woodhouse, and I would go in. And I mean, every time I left, I felt better. And you're really not supposed to talk when you get massage, right?
Yeah. I mean,
And,
you can't.
and me, I'm
it's
just
all
like,
to the client.
you and
you know?
I just, because we know everything about each
Yeah,
other.
about everything, yeah.
But with him, he was like, what's your preference with talking? And I was like, no, you know, I don't want to.
Well, because in school, we're taught to not talk to the client, and that's their time to relax and to just be with themselves. But if they want, I always tell people, it's whatever you want. I'm comfortable being quiet, but also talking to you too at the same time. So if you just want us the whole session just being there quiet, I'm cool with that too. But if you want to talk your life story out, I'm cool with that, you know?
I love that.
But we're taught to technically not talk to you.
See, and like being a former hairdresser, we were therapists too.
Yeah.
Girl, the stuff I would hear in that chair, like it's crazy. And I'm
life-changing stuff.
Life-changing. But I remember this man, oh my gosh, like I literally cried when he left. But he was like, would you like to talk? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
And I went in one day and I was crying. And he was just like, at the end of it, he was like, can I pray with you?
Oh,
life changing. It was
I
life
love
changing. And there are days that you come in here and I'm crying. I'm
Yeah.
and you're like, let it out.
it's a safe space. You're meant to feel safe.
I love it. So I've obviously, the struggles I've been going through with my custody battle and all of that and many other things, right? Talk to me about what you did last week when you came over. Because you and I had never talked about all these years I've known you. I think I met you in 18 or 19. So it's been it's been a minute.
Yeah, dude. I've been with the family for like 8-9 years.
Yeah.
With Jackie's family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so tell me about last week when you came.
Oh man. Well, I just recently changed my name. I used to be known as Transcendent Massage, but now I'm known as Root and Restore, Holistic Therapeutic Massage. And I wanted my name to reflect what I'm going through as far as a journey and what I want to reflect on my work, like the spirituality of it, and having us all connect to ourselves, our self-love, spiritual, being closer to God, or whatever we believe in, universe, whatever speaks to you. And I was a little hesitant and stuff because through years I get visions. I don't talk about them because a lot of people, look at you kind of weird, or they're like,
they don't think you're telling the truth, or they think you're crazy.
Yeah.
Probably, right?
Yeah. But ever since I was little, like 6 years old, I've had gifts, I've seen things, and this is the path I'm meant to be on, and I'm finally embracing it and being comfortable in my skin.
I love it.
To embrace it. And God, Spirit, Universe have been talking to me, and they want me to go further with my, the Palo Santo, the cleansing, the saging, just getting people closer to spirituality. And when you told me all the stuff that you were going through and everything, and I just had
No, you text me out of
Yes,
nowhere.
I know.
You had no idea what had just happened to me because I had a crazy couple of days.
Yeah.
And you text me out of nowhere. Because normally I text you and I'm like, hey, back hurts.
That was God that moved me to be like, hey, reach out to her. Because I got that, like, reach out to her. And I was like, okay, so I texted you, and then you told me, and right away they're cleansing. Like, that's what she needs. And you were actually the first one I did that to for I've done it to my own house and to like my friend's house and stuff like that. But as far as like a friend client base, I've never done it. And she did tell me, you're going to get there to where people are going to be paying you to do that. And so when you told me what's going on, I was like, no, I need to do this, because I felt in my heart that you needed it. And
no, and it was crazy because like you were like, well, what do you want to do first? And I was like, well, massage me first, but you did the
Palo Santo. I cleansed you first,
and then you put something under the bed.
Oh, it was my moonstone, and it actually helps grounds me and you to where we're both like, we don't take on each other's energies. And it also helps you to be more grounded to where you can express more stuff, express more emotions, get things out, and actually just like purge yourself in a way.
Well, so you did that, and then you massaged me, and then you were like, I work from home, and you were like, where do you spend your most time? And I was like, in my studio, in this one chair, and then in my room.
Yeah.
Because guys, I don't work from bed. I have a couch in my room. But you asked me, and I was like, those are the three main places.
Yeah.
Because I have an office, but I don't really, I have technically 2 offices, right? But I don't really like working in them because I just feel so like, it's just so like stiff.
Yeah, rigid.
I'm like, no, I'm going to sit in my big ass chair in the living room and I'm going to work from there.
Yeah.
And so you're like, where do you sit the most? And it was weird. Well, we won't talk about which room, but it was weird what room you were using holy water and the Palo Santo and all that. And then the one room you were drawn to, what was crazy to me is you were like, I see you standing at this door, and I'm probably going to cry. And I was like, oh my God.
Because
I would stand, and no one knew that.
Yeah.
No one knows that. Yeah. And I'm like, how the hell did she know that? You were like, I feel so strong in this room. You need to come in here. Well, I cried. You hugged me.
Yep.
My friend was here, and she came and hugged me. And you were like, I just feel like you're standing at this door. No one knew.
I wouldn't even know that.
I mean, it was just.
I do get visions, and before I used to hide them or be scared of them because I'm I'm like, why is this happening to me? Why am I seeing things? Why am I doing stuff like that? But I'm embracing it. And
Girl, yes.
And it just comes. It just comes. And then so when I was doing it, when I was Palo Santing and cleansing, and I saw that vision of you standing at the door. I had to tell you because it was so strong.
This literally was last week, and every day, like I've thought about it, like when I'm going to sleep, when I'm waking up, like I'm just like, oh my, it moved me to like away, like it was crazy. It was just crazy to me, which I don't think it's crazy. If somebody, I believe in a lot of things, right? The universe, spirits, different. Just because I don't follow your religion or whatever doesn't mean I don't believe in what you believe in.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some things that are a little out there that I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I don't believe in stoning you because you're gay or whatever. I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know if that's still a thing.
No.
I don't know. I had Bible study last night, so maybe that's where I read it. I don't know if that's a thing still. But no, I'm just saying, like, I respect it all, but where my mind really shifted was I went to this place called Miraval. This is not a sponsorship, but if you would like to sponsor me, hit me up because it's about $19,000 a night to stay there. Not really, but it's crazy expensive. And I've been on this journey of finding myself, healing from from trauma from the second I was born up until now, like lots of trauma. And I was like, okay, I'm going to start a pod. If I can't find the help, I'll be the help, all this. And I found this place. And that was the first time, aside from you last week, that, because I was doing stuff that I would never do. Like, remember I told you I did this thing. It's called like Vashwadara. And it's this like Thai water something. And you're literally under the water, and it's just you and this one girl. Like, I mean, I guess a man could do it too. But I had a lady and moving you around in the water, and like I was like seeing things, like weird stuff like that. I was like, what? And then this guy did reflexology on me. He starts talking to me about my grandpa that died when I was 19, but like saying stuff about my grandfather that no, you couldn't even Google this.
Yeah.
And it was right. And that was the first time. And that was October of 2024. And that's really when I was like, okay, these people aren't hippy dippy weird. No, because
it's true.
The first go-to assumption is like they're weird.
Or they're smoking something. Or
there's something, something off. There's something. And that was when I really shifted, like going to that place. Like the reflexology thing, he's talking about my grandpa, and I'm like, you would never know that.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Because the feet hold so much.
Oh, girl. Everything he was saying in my feet was right. Nothing he said was wrong.
Yeah.
That man, he could have Googled me all day long.
Yeah, and not found it.
Everything he said, you cannot find online. Yeah. And then the lady, the Vashwadara, I started seeing, because you're blacked out. You're in this blackout thing. Though. I was seeing, what is that?
The colors also, when you could get them during massages too. It's the chakra colors. So
I start seeing certain colors.
Those are the different chakras, like the throat, the heart.
Yes. And then,
and that's the ones you need to work on the most.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
So then I start talking to the girl about these colors I'm seeing. And she's like, yeah, I got energy from, I don't want to get into it because it's my story, right? It's like my private thing.
Yeah.
I would have told anybody else they were full of shit.
Yeah.
And then it happened to me, and I'm like, no.
Yeah,
this is real. This is real. So if you're in the San Antonio area, I got to give you a plug. If you're in the San Antonio area, please reach out to Root and Restore. Please
I'm on Instagram, Facebook.
Yes. Please reach out to Adriana. She's helped me and really just my body, my journey. And then, I mean, last week that was crazy because we've never talked. I've known you all these years. We've never talked about it, but I'm like so happy to see you embracing this new part of your career.
Because you're myself
and
too.
Yourself. No, because I've seen a lot of growth in you.
Oh, I think this past year, I have been working on myself like nonstop.
And tell me a little bit about like what you're doing to get to that point.
Oh, it's been deep. A lot of crying, that's for sure.
Well, yeah.
Because I mean, you just have to go through all your shadow selves, which is like your little girl, your teenager self, your 20-year-old, 30-year-old. Because I'm 40. So
You're 40? Mm-hmm. I didn't know. I'm 39.
yeah, I'm
We're
40.
we're
So
there.
oh, girl, 40 club. I'm excited though because I feel like from now on, the rest of my life is just beginning. Like,
I love that.
dude. Because
It's a great attitude to have.
because I mean, I felt in my past, I was always hiding. I was always scared to embrace myself. I literally hated myself. And I could honestly say I hated myself for the longest time. But now I can like really say that I truly love myself. And I've embraced myself of who I am.
You know how many people wish they could say that?
It took
So
me
many people.
40 years. I'm 40. And it took me almost 40 years to actually say that.
Well, hopefully somebody watching this or listening to this will be like, hey, it's never too late. I might be 70, but let's give it a go.
Dude, I mean,
know?
you can do it until you're dead. As long as you do it before you die, you got it. You know?
No, I've seen such, and you've always been just like the most kind and caring and compassionate and best masseuse I've ever had. And you know,
Oh yeah, you're picky.
I'm
You know what you want, and you
so
know what.
picky.
Yes, yeah. But that's a good thing because you have to be. You
have
know?
to, no, because somebody, speaking of picky, let's tell a quick story.
Okay.
God. So I was in California a couple months in January. So just recently I told you this because I was like, shh. When I left the massage,
Oh, girl, yes.
I literally recorded a video, which I might have to put in here when this gets edited.
Yeah.
I recorded a video and I said, I don't know what just happened to me. I don't know if I should have paid her or she should have paid me. It's what I said on the video. It's recorded. It is in my phone. I had never had an experience like this. And I get a massage wherever I travel. I travel a ton with work. We all know that. And everybody's like, oh, you get to go to all these badass places. I'm like, no, it's work. Like
You're like, I'm stressed.
I'm stressed. That's why
Yeah.
I'm getting a massage
Yeah.
because I'm so tense from the 2 flights and train I had to take to get here or whatever. So this was when my stomach had wrapped and I'm like, I'm going to go have the best massage. I'm going to relax. I just put in, 10 months worth of work and it's done. I literally get this weird sensation. She pulls my legs apart. I'm on my stomach and I start hearing like noises and I didn't know what was going on. And the next thing I know, she's on all 4s on my back. She had her knees in my ass and her hands on my shoulders.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm in California, so this is probably legal, but I feel like this isn't legal in some places.
It's technically a Thai massage, but
What
she's supposed to tell you or ask you for permission.
All
Hey, is this
4s
okay?
on my back and my ass. And then she's like, let me know if I need to let up on the knee. And I'm like, you should let up your whole body and levitate off of me is what you should do. Get all 4s
I did not
off of
consent
me,
to this.
you fucking cat. I don't know what you're doing.
Dude.
Like a cat. It was real slow like that. Get up and get out.
Oh,
but
man.
here's the thing. I didn't want to complain because I didn't want her to get fired.
Yeah. But technically, as a therapist, you're supposed to like ask for. Like,
Remember when I told you about that? What just happened?
I know.
I have nightmares. I've never had anybody climb on me like that. It
crazy.
reminded me of, God, what movie is it? And somebody climbs on the top, but it's like a bit. And I'm like, oh no, this is my real life. Like, this is not a bit. And I just paid probably $500 to just be,
To be like,
to be sore for 2 fucking months.
Oh, man.
It hurt. And she wasn't like, it wouldn't have mattered if she weighed 80 pounds or 800. Like, you have your whole body on top of my, let me know if I need to let up on the knees.
and you're all like, bro.
I'm like, you just broke whatever bones I have in my ass. I don't know if there are any. The tailbone for sure is gone. It's toast. It
Blown
like,
out. It's blown out.
She's walking me to the front. She was like, how was it? And I'm like, have vertigo. And I'm like, I feel violated. I'm not sure what just happened to me. So if something like that happens to you in Texas, guys, check with your senators because I don't think that's normal here. California, it's a little touch and go there. Anyway, I had to tell that story because that was the damnedest thing.
I know when you told me, I was like, oh Lord.
But again, me being me, I'm like, I don't want to get this girl fired. Because I really felt like, I feel like that is a fireable offense.
I don't know how they would, especially, in California.
But like really,
Yeah.
you go, I just paid you a lot of money and it hurt. It didn't feel good.
No.
Like, I think you actually made my back worse. And now my ass hurts and my ass has never been a problem. Like, so I'm just like, I'm unsure. And then she, you know, she just starts creeping up higher with the knees. And I'm like,
oh no.
I'm like, and I was like,
you're going to break my back.
I was like, I'm ready to go, bro. I've already broken all ribs on this side before. I know what that feels like. Like, I was just like,
you're like, no.
Oh no, I left there for sure. I had some fractures, but again, Adriana does not do this type of massage.
Oh, no.
She will not climb on all fours on top of you. I thought that bed was going to break. I was like, oh my God.
Dude.
I'm like, I don't know what's happening to me. I don't know what's happening. You know, and then it's all this like, and you're like, and I'm just like,
you're like, I'm forgetting to breathe. I'm forgetting to breathe.
Oh my God. Yeah. Breathe out, bitch. I can't breathe at all. What do you mean breathe out?
You're like, you're squishing me.
I'm traumatized. Okay, so had to throw that in there because there are nightmare masseuse stories.
Oh yeah, I've heard plenty.
That is the worst. But because I've never had, actually the next one that was worse was also in Cali.
Oh wow!
It was in January of 2024. I had left my summit and I had flown my daughter and the nanny to Disney.
Yeah.
And then I went and met him at Disney and I was like, they wanted to go ride all these rides. I don't do all that.
Yeah.
I was like, mommy pays for everything.
I just get massages and
I'm
stuff.
going to go. Well, I only got one.
Yeah.
He beat the shit out of me. Like, he was about 7 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
Big beard. I was terrified to complain about him. That was they were both in Cali. Okay. I guess, guys, don't get massages in Cali is where I'm going. Because I actually have another one from Monterey. She was Swedish and she was like 6'5" and her hands.
Oh, I remember you telling me about her.
Remember?
Yes.
Okay. All 3 stories were in Cali. We're done with Cali massages.
Oh,
there we go.
That's crazy.
I actually never put that together. Remember?
Yes.
She was like, she was a man, but it was not a man. It was a Swedish one.
Yeah.
Her hands were like, she beat, I was bruised from like my neck.
I remember because I went to go see you and you had bruises all over you.
Everywhere.
Yes. I remember that.
I didn't complain about any of that. Sorry if you're getting bruises in Cali, guys. So that was my fault. I should have complained about. We got a mountain climber. I don't even know what was going on.
That's some crazy
back there. Anyway, thank you for coming on today.
Yes.
Thank you for coming and visiting. Another plug to Adriana.
Oh,
really? No, truthfully,
thank you for having me.
Of course, girl, anytime. I mean, you last week moved me. Like, I had never felt that way after a massage. I had never felt better. I was just like at peace. It was something I hadn't. The only other place I had really experienced that was at Miraval.
Yeah.
When all of that, because they were, be open. Right? If you can give anybody advice, don't be scared. Like, be open to
shine your light.
Let somebody, like, it might be out of your comfort zone, but let somebody try with you and see how it goes. I'm a believer now.
Okay.
Prior to like Miraval and you, like, I would have been like, this is silly.
This is some crazy shit.
Yeah, this is silly. Like,
that's why I would never do it, because the way people would react. But now I'm like, I don't care. I want to shine my light. I want people to know. I want people to heal. I want people to grow.
Girl, your message is deep and you go deeper.
Aw, I love it.
Cheers, girl.
Yes, cheers.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having
Thanks,
me.
guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks, girlie.
Yes.
I totally forgot.